Hello, me fixing everything here. And because there is always something to be fixed, I'm dealing today with that sewing machine. Initially, the problem was with lifting the foot. So there was a little metal piece right there that it needed to catch. You watch my other video if you need to fix that problem. But what I did, I just bend it in place. So the next problem was that when you adjust the length of the stitch, these here, don't know what they're called, but these here regulate the length. So when we moving the machine, the further they go, the longer the stitch is. So the problem was that even on the longest setting, which is 5, I'll say 5 millimeters, it was 5, yeah, on the longest set it was 5, but on one, even on the shorter one, was still 5. And when you press the reverse button, it was not reversing. So I opened it again, and there is screws right here. One screw, second, third. And there is screws on this side, but I suppose we don't need to touch that. So the way that the whole thing works is this mechanism regulates the length. This screw, when it's turned in, regulates this rod right there, and when it's turned out, regulates this rod, this one, right there. And this little screw, this one, regulates this pin right where my nail is, and the whole thing is regulating the reverse and forwards length of the stitch. So with the correct adjustment of these 3 screws, I still don't know what this one is for, please tell me in the comments. So with these 2 screws, you regulate the length of the stitch. The problem with the knob not adjusting the length of the stitch is regulated by this one, and the problem with the machine not reversing is and with the initial length of the stitch is regulated by this one. So to adjust the knob to be on the correct length, you need to adjust this screw, probably turn it in until you see that this rod right here is being moved. I'll just lock the focus. Can you see? So you need to adjust it in such a way that when this adjustment knob is turned in or out, it needs to move the rod. So you maybe need to screw it in or screw it out. Try it yourself. I needed to screw my one in like 2 turns until this little pin, this one right here, you can't see it moving, but trust me, it's moving, starts to regulate the whole mechanism. After that, to adjust the length, the initial one, the 5 one, this one to be, come on, focus, to be on 5, you need the longest setting between the cycles of the machine. So when I'm turning that, can you see it goes to this position, and then it comes up right here. So you need to screw it in or out, try for yourself, but when I screw it in, it makes these goes shorter. When I screw it out, it goes this, go longer. And it's also adjusting this rod right here. So you need to adjust it in a such a way that when it's on 5, this there needs to be in a distance from each other as long as possible. You know, the distance between the cycles of the machine needs to be as long as possible. You also need to make sure that after you did all this, the reverse is working as well. But if you have it right with these two here, it's supposed to be working okay, because the initial problem on my one was that it's not working okay. After that I checked, it had no adjustment on the length of the stitches, and after hour and a half maybe of looking, there was no video on the internet for this one. So I hope the video was helpful to you. This machine is model number 4041, but I think with most of the machines is the same. I think someone stole the design from Singer machine. So yeah, that's how to adjust the length of the stitch and to fix the reverse on such a machine. I hope the video was helpful to you. If you know what this screw is for, please tell me. I couldn't. It was hard for me to figure it out, and I couldn't figure it out. So yeah, hope the video was helpful to you. Enjoy sewing, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.